Question that was at the bottom, I want to throw it back to the top. You are both business founders, which means you decided I'm going to take a different path. I'm not going to look for a job. I'm going to start something of my own and grow it from the bottom. What is the driving philosophy behind that? Why would you give up what you have to go for something else? In your case, it was more of why would you take that jump?
Well, let me start with a little bit of my background too. I came out of school on a grant actually to get the FM license at our radio station at the University of Toronto. So we had 50,000 students. So I spent a summer in the steam tunnels running cables. But what I spent a lot of time doing is understanding how to put together a document for the federal government so that we get the license. We did get the license and then we moved on. First place I went to was a geophysical company. We made geophysical and geochemical equipment, and we were the research department. And the way it would work is that the sales guy would go out, try to sell the products we had, and then what would happen is that the customer would say, I don't want those, but here's what I'd want. And of course, he inevitably would always say, well, that's currently in R&D. So they would come back and say, I've got a $20 million order for a product that doesn't exist. So we would spend 100 hours a week building it, inventing it from the chemistry downward. But it gave you a great understanding of the full cycle of idea to product. I was one of the chief architects at Sybase. And I used to run around with long hair and track pants and hated everybody. You know, they're all stupid and I'm smart, you know.
Hold on, so just pause for a second. Take a look at this refined gentleman and imagine him in long hair and track pants. I imagine this is the 80s, the 90s?
90s.
Yeah, this is late
80-ish.
Mid to late 90s.
Yeah, mid to late. Yes, that's true. And yes, I was, you know, kind of a jerk. But you know, we were good at what we did, and Sybase did well, except that I started to realize that we were losing to Oracle. And what we would do is everybody loved our software, and then the Oracle sales guy would go and swing a golf club with the executive team, and we'd lose the deal. So I thought, sales, maybe you should see what that's like. And sure enough, I started to understand that, yeah, you know, there are two people in the company that are the most important in any company, the person who sells the widget and the person who builds the widget. Everybody else, including the CEO, CFO, COO, everybody, all have jobs very simple. Make those two people more effective in the company.